Hi guys! So, how do we handle HTML events like onClick, onChange, onMouseOver, and so on? Then, that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so what is HTML events? An HTML events are things that happen to an HTML element. An HTML event can be something the browser does or something a user does. Here are some examples of HTML events, like when a button was clicked, when a user clicks the mouse, when a web page has loaded, when an image has been loaded, when the mouse moves over an element, when an input field is changed, when an HTML form is submitted, or when a user strokes a key. Okay, so those are some events in HTML. So those kind of events can be handled by JavaScript. Okay? Okay, so JavaScript reacting to events. So a JavaScript can be executed when an event occurs. HTML allows event handler attributes with JavaScript code to be added to HTML elements. So ito yung magiging syntax natin. So the element, then the event, okay? Then dito naman yung JavaScript code natin. So we have here yung sample natin. So we have here yung button element. Then yung event attribute natin is here yung onClick. So basically, this onClick attribute trigger yung event about click event. Okay? So dito naman yung JavaScript code natin, wherein once we click this button, it will display a value of Raymond to a specific element with having an ID of demo. So other way is ganito naman. We have an element, we have the attribute onClick, and we just call yung function or JavaScript function natin, okay, to implement this kind of statement. Okay, so let's try that one on our code para makita natin kung paano ba siya nangyayari. Okay? Okay, so dito tayo sa code natin. So basically, first na gagawin natin is to create yung button. Then, yung button, maglagay lang ako ng label na click me. Then dito, meron tayong attribute na onClick. OnClick. Yan. Then the first option is to set here yung JavaScript code. Document.get element by ID. Then yung ID was demo for the paragraph element. Then yung inner HTML. Then yung value will be Raymond. Save natin. Let me go to the site. Refresh ko. Okay. So once I click this button, it should display a value or a string of Raymond. Let's try. Yun. So it works. So that's the first way. So the other way is we're going to create a function. So sabihin natin display name. Okay. Then let me just copy this one. Lagay natin dito. And yan. Okay. So ito, papalitan natin ng function name. Yan. Okay. Save na. Refresh natin. Let's try. same pa rin. So, okay. So, it works naman. So, those are the two ways kung paano natin i-manage yung events pagdating sa JavaScript. We can use yung JavaScript dito. Ilagay natin mismo sa within the double quote, or we can make a function. Okay? Okay, so common HTML events. So we have here yung list of some common HTML events. So first we have yung onChange. So an HTML element has been changed. So usually ginagamit to sa mga input text wherein we can change the content of it. Okay, so the next is yung onClick. This is the one that we have used yung kanina. So the user click an HTML element. So we have naman yung on mouse over. So the user moves the mouse over an HTML element. Then we have yung on mouse out. So the user moves the mouse away from an HTML element. Then we have yung on key down. So the user pushes a keyboard key. And yung on load. So the browser has finished loading the page. Okay, so those are some common HTML events na pwede nating magamit on our website. So at the moment, yung gagamitin natin for exploration purpose natin, that we're going to use yung onClick, yung mouse over, at saka yung on mouse out. Okay, so let me go back to my code para i-test natin kung paano ba, ano ba yung nangyayari if we're going to use those kind of events. Okay? Okay, so kanina we already try yung onClick. So ngayon naman, let's try yung sinasabing on mouse over. Save natin. Let's try that one. So refresh ko lang. So on mouse over, once I move the mouse over an element. So let's try. Yun. I hover on this particular element, which is the button, and nag-display yung output natin. Okay? So, let's try naman yung on mouse out. Save. Refresh natin. So, I go over the element, pero walang nag-display. But, kung alisin ko na to, yun. Okay? So, nag-output na yung Raymond natin na string. So, lumabas siya once inalis na natin yung mouse natin or yung cursor basically sa element na merong event. Okay? So, paano naman kung let's say pagsabay-sabayin natin yung tatlo? Okay, let's try. So, gawa tayo ng tatlong function. Then, lagyan ko lang ng 1, 2, at saka 3 para maiba lang. Then, dito sabihin natin using onClick. Dito naman, using on mouse over. Dito naman, using on mouse out. Tapos dito, of course, tatlo rin yung ilalagay natin. So, first is yung onClick, which invoke the display name 1. Then dito naman is yung on mouse over, in which it invokes this one. And yung sa on mouse out, invokes naman siya sa display name 3. So, let's try this one. Refresh natin. So, once I hover, it will display yung on mouse over. Once I out, it will display the on mouse out. Once I put it over again, then display naman yung over. What if I click this one? Yun. On-click na yung matitrigger. Okay, guys? So, that's how we manage events. So, pwede nating pagsabay-sabayin yung mga event attribute natin at the same element. Okay? Okay, so paano naman if we want to add another feature or functionality for the click event? But of course, we don't need to ruin this code na hindi natin sinisira to or ine-edit as if we're just trying to extend to the functionality of event on click event. Okay? Okay, so that's the next thing na pag-uusapan natin. Okay, so JavaScript Event Listener. An event listener is a procedure or function that waits for an event to occur. So the listener is programmed to react to an input or signal by calling the event's handler. So we have here yung JavaScript HTML DOM event listener methods. So first we have the addEventListener method, and the other one is the removeEventListener method. So these are the two methods na gagamitin natin on managing the event listener. Okay? Okay, so let's start with the addEventListener method. So the addEventListener method attaches an event handler to the specified element. The addEventListener method attaches an event handler to an element without overwriting existing event handlers. So when using the addEventListener method, the JavaScript is separated from HTML markup for better readability and allow you to add event listeners even when you do not control the HTML markup. So ito yung syntax natin on how we attach an event listener method. So the element, then the addEventListener method, then dito naman yung event gagamitin natin where we try to attach, then yung function tatawagin natin, then yung use capture. Okay? So later i-discuss natin much more on details yung use capture. Okay? Okay, so the first parameter is the type of the event, like click or mouse over. So the second parameter is the function we want to call when the event occurs. So the third parameter is a Boolean value, which is true or false, specifying whether to use the event bubbling or event capturing. So basically in this parameter, it is just optional. So note, don't use the on prefix for the event. Okay? So use click instead of on click. So kung meron tayong on change, then change lang yung ilalagay natin. Okay? Okay, so add an event handler to an element. So there are two ways to add an event handler to an element. So the first thing is using the anonymous function. So ito yung element natin. We have the method of addEventListener. So the event here, then yung function, ganito. So basically, this is anonymous function in which it is a function without name. Okay? So dito naman sa loob, ilalagay natin yung mga JavaScript code natin. Okay? Then the second way is using the external name function. Okay, so we have this element, then the method, which is the addEventListener, then the event that we want to handle, then the function. Okay, nagagawin natin. So basically, as you can see, wala siyang open-close. Okay? Kasi hindi siya nilalagyan ng open-close parentheses. It is because we just want to run this function once we click the button or merong event na click na nag-occur. Otherwise, if hindi mag-occur yung event na click for a specific element, then we're not going to run this function. Kasi kung lalagyan natin yan ng open-close parentheses, it will be executed automatically. Then that's the thing na hindi natin gusto mangyari if we're trying to manage yung mga events. Okay? So, let's try this code on our actual code para makita natin kung paano ba siya nagfa-function. Okay, guys? Okay, so the first thing na gagawin natin is to make an ID attribute for our button. Sabihin natin my btn. Okay, then I'm going to use yung document that get element by ID to reference to that button. Now, I'm going to use the addEventListener method. Okay, so the first parameter will be the event name, then the second will be the function. So let's say I'm going to use the anonymous function. So dito, I want to manipulate yung demo element. So I want to manipulate yung style niya. Let's say I want to change yung color, yung text color niya. Let's say from black, gusto kong maging red. Save natin. Refresh natin. So once I hover, it display on mouse over. Once I out, it display the using on my mouse out. Then once I click this one, so we're expecting that it display yung using on click and the text color will be red. Let's try. Yan. So our code works. So basically, this is how we manage yung extending the functionality of a specific event. Okay? Okay, so the next is add many event handlers to the same element. So the addEventListener method allows us to add many events to the same element without overwriting existing events. So we have here yung sample code natin, okay, so we try to attach to the click event of this element, but calling different function at the same time. Okay, we can also do that on using different events naman. So pwede nating pagsabay-sabayin. So yung mouse over, yung click, at tsaka yung mouse out. Then we create another function na lang to be reference for the functionality na gagawin nila. Okay, so let's try that one. Okay, so we're already done with the click event here. So the next thing na gawin natin is to set up yung other event. So sabihin natin yung mouse over, lagay natin dito. And let's remove yung on prefix. So sabihin natin once it mouse over, maging green yung text color niya. Then once mag mouse out naman, remove lang yung on prefix. Sabihin natin magiging blue naman yung text niya. So save and punta tayo dito. I-refresh natin. Once I hover, so mouse out na siya. So pag over, then naging green siya. If out, blue over green, out, blue over green. Then when I click, that is red. Okay? So that's how we manage yung mga events pagdating sa JavaScript. Okay? So kahit pagsabay-sabayin man natin, okay lang. So the good thing about this addEventListener is that there's no need for us to update this code. Instead, we can just extend the feature or the functionality of the click event or other events na pwede nating magamit. Okay? So that's the good thing about managing yung event. Okay, guys? Okay, so the next is the removeEventListener method. So the removeEventListener method removes the event handlers that have been attached with the addEventListener method. So, ito yung sample code natin. So, element, then the method, which is the removeEventListener. Then the event that you're going to handle, then yung function. So, dapat yung function dito, magkatulad sila nung sa function sa addEventListener. Okay? Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so the first thing na gagawin natin is to make a function, a common function for both methods. So sabihin natin set text color red. Then let me try to cut this one and paste it here. Then let's call the function. Okay, yan. So, i-delete ko lang muna to. So, refresh tayo sa ating site. Okay. Hover, out, then click. Okay. So, yung pag-change ng colors is still working pa naman. Okay, so ngayon, let's say I will copy this code. And to remove the event handler on this particular part na kung saan naka-attach sa addEventListener na to. So, what we're going to do is just to set yung method na removeEventListener. So, yung mangyayari, once we try to refresh this one, yung hover, it will display yung text, yung out, okay? Once we click this button, we're expecting na, of course, it will display yung text na using onClick, but yung kulay niya dapat hindi na maging red. Okay? Let's try. Yun. So, basically, yung method nag-work. So ganun natin nire-remove yung isang event handler na naka-attach sa isang addEventListener. Okay? Okay. So, this will be the last part of our topic today. Event bubbling and event capturing. There are two ways of event propagation in the HTML DOM, bubbling and capturing. Event propagation is a way of defining the event order when an event occurs. Question is, if you have a button element inside a div element and the user clicks on the button element, which element's click event should be handled first? Okay, so in bubbling, the innermost element's event is handled first and then the outer, while in capturing, the outermost element's event is handled first and then the inner. Okay, so we have here yung method natin for addEventListener. So, we specify here yung event, then dito naman yung function, then dito natin ilalagay if are we going to use bubbling or capturing. But of course, yung value na ating ilalagay is boolean, which is true or false. So, by default, the value is false, which will use the bubbling propagation. So when the value is set to true, the event uses the capturing propagation. Okay? Okay, so let me show you something guys para at least mas ma-explain ko na mabuti kung ano ba yung pagkakaiba ng bubbling at saka capturing. Okay? Okay, so we have here yung two boxes natin. Okay, so in each box, meron another box sa loob na kung saan ito yung sinasabing inner element. Okay? Okay, so let's start with the event bubbling. So sa event bubbling, yung event na natitrigger first is yung inner element. Okay? Then afterwards nun, isusunod niya yung mga event ng outer element. Okay? So pagdating sa event capturing naman, yung inuuna niyang event is yung event ng outer element. Now, once matapos na yon, isusunod naman niya yung mga event ng inner element. Okay? So, let's try this one. Once we click, or I click this one, we have an alert box. Okay, just to test kung ano ba yung nangyayari. So, you click blue. Okay, correct. Now, if I click this one, you click white element. Correct. But if I click OK, makikita nyo na na-trigger pa rin yung outer element. So, let's try again. If I click this one, blue. If I click this one, white. But if I click OK, natitrigger pa rin yung outer element. So, basically, nauna dito, then isinunod yung event dito. Diba? So, that is event bubbling. Now, let's proceed to the event capturing. Let me try to click this one. Okay, that's good. Now, what do you expect, guys, if we click this part? If you expect that the white will be triggered, then dyan kayo nagkakamali. Kasi the output will be blue. But after triggering the outer element, yung isusunod na yung white. Okay? Isa pa, try natin. Blue, and after dyan, white. Okay? So that is the behavior of event capturing. Okay, guys? Okay, so I think that's it, guys. So I hope you learned something new today, guys, regarding our topic, which is JavaScript events. So basically in this part na pag-aralan natin kung paano ba natin i-handle yung mga events pagdating sa JavaScript. And of course, paano ba na tayo makapag-extend ng mga feature or functionality on a specific event without modifying the existing codes, of course by using yung mga event listener methods. Okay, and of course having the idea of the event bubbling and event capturing. Okay, guys, so I think that's it. Just like I always say, just keep practicing and never stop learning. Okay, guys, so let's call today. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.